Hello everybody, this is introduction of Module 3, Establishing a Literacy Community. The objectives for this module are define literacy communities and discuss how a strong literacy community contributes to family empowerment and student success, analyze and apply culturally sustaining strategies to build the connection between literacy at home and literacy in school, describe what makes a classroom environment literacy rich, and make connections that demonstrate an understanding of how a literacy rich environment will improve student learning, and evaluate and discuss how administrators and teachers can build and engage in learning communities to foster professional growth. Our agenda has 4 items. We will be working on establishing and sustaining a literacy community, professional discussions, content area connections, and housekeeping and questions. We started by defining an effective literacy community, and an effective literacy community have 4 traits that are very important. Number 1, community building. Number 2, teaching collective responsibility. Number 3, promoting literacy ownership. And number 4, reflective learning. These 4 components make a literacy community work at its best. We have our own literacy community, and our literacy community, it's a virtual literacy community. We have created a Padlet, and I encourage you to click on the link provided so you can see the people that is part of our literacy community. As you can see, we have people from different backgrounds, ranges of experience, and we also have people in different positions. If you have not been able to add yourself to our literacy community, I encourage you to do it. It gives you a great sense of community when you get to see the faces of the people you work with and you collaborate with. As we go through this presentation, we would like you to consider this question: how we can sustain a literacy community through the school year with students, teachers, and families. I would like you to take a minute and provide some insight on the Google document we provided. If you already finished your reflection, let's take a minute to consider how we can use empathy to sustain a literacy community in our classroom. would like you to access the Google form we sent and engage in a reflective exercise considering these 3 questions. How is your role as an educator similar to that of the healthcare workers in this video? How is this environment similar to your classroom or campus? How do we get to know others beyond a surface level? Why is this important to our classroom community? We would also like to remind you that as we build literacy communities across content areas, we invite learners to apply new knowledge through rich opportunities of listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Here we have some ideas on how you can do that. We have an extensive list of resources that you can use to integrate and to infuse your content area with literacy connections. You can use these opportunities to be part of that literacy community and support reading achievement as well. That is why we would like you to choose one of these 2 readings. The first reading is kind of like an ethnography, and it's the story of how a learning community tackles an issue. The issue they are trying to tackle is how to integrate global literacy into the social studies curriculum. If you would like to read 10 Ways to Cultivate Love of Reading in Students, this is also a great choice. It's written by Elena Aguilar, and she gives us some ideas on how to foster a literacy community in our classroom. She has some out-of-the-box ideas on how to move this literacy community forward and invest ourselves personally in it. So I would like you to take about 10 minutes, read through the article you selected, and then discuss 3 points that stand out the most in the Google document provided. We appreciate your time, and we also appreciate your investment in the Reading Academy. Thanks for your participation in these discussions. I am pretty sure that you are going to enrich others with your insights and that you will be enriched with others' insights as well. We would also like to remind you that weekly announcements will give you an idea of what are the tasks that we have to complete week by week. We also have some graded discussions, and we would like to remind you to please read the prompt and follow through the prompt. Make sure that in those graded discussions or any discussions, you answer all the questions that are stated in the discussion. If you did not enroll with your PISD email, we would like you to go to your profile and change your email to your PISD email. This will allow you to access all documents without asking for authorization. Please take a minute to revisit feedback on the discussion posts. You have some great replies from your peers, and you have also some feedback that I have placed there. We have created a parking lot, and it already have a couple of questions. If you have a question, you can certainly leave it there, or you can look through the questions that others have asked and you may find some answers. And lastly, the district is in the process of revising the timeline. We would let you know as soon as we get the final copy. If you have already finished Module 3 and you would like to start Module 4, you can do so. Thanks for your participation and have a great day.